These are all wild speculations. In the first place, I have not inspired anyone to make this venture. I cannot, preempt the role of the Sultan behind this. And to finance, it's out of the question, of course. If indeed I am that well off, why should I finance the adventure of the Sultan's men? You see, only about 100 people, 200 people like that. That's not my way of doing things, you know. Recently, when we decided to uproot and break the backbone of the well-entrenched kidnap for ransom movement, the Abu Sayyaf group, we mobilized at least 4,000 regular forces of the MNLA, just to, resolve our problem, our dilemma over the existence of the Abu Sayyaf. I mobilized over 4,000. Yeah. Earlier, when there was this Sipadan incident, way back several years ago, and when I was assigned to solve the problem by President Estrada, I also mobilized about 5,000 MNLF regular forces.
Chairman Suari, would you allow?
So, for anyone to speculate that I have anything to do with this is a kind of madness. It's very responsible for anybody to implicate me in this. But to say that I am not concerned over the fate of the young man is wrong. I have warned the Malaysian government. The first time I was interviewed by the Australian radio station, when I was asked to comment on the fate of the young man who went across the sea to our homeland, Sabah, I told them that every drop of their blood is sacred to us. All of us, Tausug, including the Moro National Liberation Front, with its over 1 million armed forces now. And then, before I left Zamboanga a few days ago, on my way to Manila with my wife, Adja Tarhata here, I was interviewed by Kabayan Noli de Castro during his early morning program with the ABS-CBN. I added another kind of advice to the Prime Minister of Malaysia, His Excellency Prime Minister Najib Tun Rajab. I told him not to touch our civilians. I said once you do that, that would tantamount to declaration of war against our people and the Moro National Liberation Front. Because it's our sacred duty to protect our people. We have over 1.5 million living across every part of Sabah. Not to speak of Sarawak, which is also an integral part of a sovereign territory known as North Borneo. So I'm so happy that they have put some restraint on this question of our people there, the civilians, But it's just that I don't know now exactly what's happening to the young people who have, decided to defend themselves against the massive attack from the armed forces of Malaysia. I don't know. I understand they have been cut off from contacts because some people have decided to destroy the cell site, so they could not be contacted anymore. So I don't know anything about it anymore. Since I left Manila for Davao and then to Sarangani province, I stayed a couple of days there, and only yesterday I returned back to Manila. So this is all what I know, except that before I left the hotel at the Makati Shangri-La, I saw a report.
MNLF Chief Nur Miswari in Taguig, where the press conferences of the Sulu Sultanate are being held. He's just saying that he denies being involved in the sending of people to Sabah, and all stories about his involvement are just wild speculation.